Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our 9 p.m. English News Edition. Here are the top stories. The headlines of tonight: Djibouti to host the IUT's 2025 Regional Radio Communication Seminar for Africa. And for the international news, in the Middle East, international humanitarian team rejects Israel's plan to deliver humanitarian aid. Welcome to our newsroom, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned on the title, the Republic of Djibouti had the honor of hosting the 2025 Regional Radio Communication Seminar in collaboration with the International Telecommunication Union. The event officially began this morning at the Isla Grande Hotel, where sessions will continue until May 8, 2025. The opening ceremony brought together numerous dignitaries, including the Minister of Communication in charge of Post and Telecommunication, Mr. Radwan Abdullahi Bahdon, members of the government, the Director General of Djibouti Telecom, Mr. Mohamed Assowe, the Director General of RTD, Mr. Aden Abdi Jama, and the Commander of the Djiboutian General Secretary of the African Telecommunication Union, Mr. KZS Mwale, and the Commander of the Djiboutian Coast Guard, Colonel Rais Amal Baghare. Key decision makers and stakeholders in the telecommunication sector from more than 20 African countries also attended the event. From the Djibouti side, representatives from several key sectors were present, such as Djibouti Telecom, the national communication network provider, the RTD, and various state services that use radio communications, including the Transmission Department of the Defense and Security Forces, notably the Djiboutian Coast Guard. The seminar's central theme focused on technological advancement and best practices in radio communication, with a special emphasis on sustainable development. Over the 4 days, participants will have the opportunity to exchange ideas, share experiences, and discuss challenges and opportunities. The seminar will also feature conferences, interactive workshop, and networking session aimed at promoting cooperation among African countries. During the opening remarks, Mr. Kezias Mwali, the Secretary General of the African Communications Union, stated in this era of digital transformation. Let's listen to his speech.
47 countries participating in this seminar, and according to Mr. Joachim, our lead organizer, he says this is the highest number of countries also by participation, and makes it the largest such seminar, Your Excellency. Really, really remarkable. Now, for us at this point, allow us to sort of give you an appreciation of what we are doing in this very key sector of spectrum. The first item we are doing, Your Excellency, and also senior officials in the room, is to update what we call the African Spectrum Allocation Plan. We see this as the bedrock for spectrum management in Africa because it is acting as the default template for national spectrum master plans.
In his opening remarks, Djibouti's Minister of Telecommunication, Mr. Radwan Abdullahi Bahdon, emphasized the country's commitment to fostering inclusive and accessible digital communication solutions. He described the seminar as a timely opportunity to strengthen regional collaboration and share expertise in addressing common challenges such as digital access, cybersecurity, and infrastructure development. The ceremony reflects our dedication to building a connected and resilient Africa where technology serves as a tool for empowerment and progress, he said. And now the Ministry of Energy in charge of natural resources officially launched a national consultation workshop aimed at accelerating Djibouti's energy transition as part of the Accelerated Partnership for Renewables in Africa. The event brought together a wide range of national and international stakeholders, including the Ministry of Energy, His Excellency Yunus Ali Gidi, the Ambassador of Germany and Japan, the UN Resident Coordinator in Djibouti, the Energy Sector Advisor from the Danish Embassy in Ethiopia, senior officials from IRENA, development partners, and high-level public administration officials. The first day featured three main presentations focused on the APRA initiative, the national energy context, and Djibouti's national determined contribution. A high-level technical session led by officials from the Ministry and Danish Energy Advisor covered the electricity sector, technologies, planning, and policy regulatory frameworks. The second day, scheduled for tomorrow, will focus on three additional technical sessions. The outcomes of this 2 days workshop will define national energy priorities and lead to the development of a national action plan through a consultative approach facilitated by IRENA and development partners. This plan will consolidate current priorities to accelerate progress holistically and guide public and private support. Ultimately, Djibouti aims to enhance its renewable energy-based power system, expand energy infrastructure, and rapidly improve energy access for its population.
Marginal fashion, but really in a dramatical way. So wind and solar is actually, in many cases, the cheapest way of generate electricity today. It's a very significant change from earlier. And what is even better is that this reduction in cost is expected to continue the next years. So the wind and solar is very attractive, maybe the most attractive type of generation, and it's also different. It's very different from the traditional generation in Djibouti, like the diesel generators. The diesel generator you can manage. Wind and solar you have to just wait to when it is generating. So the main difference is that you need to balance the power system when you are relying on wind and solar.
The Minister of Energy emphasized that our country has embarked on a deep transformation of its electricity system. Let's listen now to the German ambassador and the United Nations coordinator.
I would like to congratulate the government of Djibouti again for joining APRA and becoming its newest member. Also, I would like to thank His Excellency the Minister of Energy for hosting and IRENA for facilitating this event. With the Vision 2035 and its ambitious target of 100% renewable energy by 2035, Djibouti is a very well-fitted new member and leader in this field. 1.5 years ago, after the decision at the COP28 in Dubai to triple the global renewable capacities until 2030, renewables continue to be on the rise, despite the new geopolitical situation. In 2024, global investments in renewable energies were nearly twice as large as those in fossil fuels.
For his part, the Minister of Energy, Mr. Yunus Ali Gedi, emphasized that our country has embarked on a deep transformation of its electricity system. This major shift has not only modernized the infrastructure but also paved the way for the development of renewable energy projects, positioning Djibouti as a leader in the transition towards greener, more sustainable energy sources. The government is committed to accelerating this process through strategic investment, partnership, and policy aimed at expanding the use of solar, wind, and other renewable energy technologies. This transformation is crucial for ensuring energy access, improving environmental sustainability, and fostering economic growth for future generations. The National Assembly now, under the presidency of Honorable Khaltoon Farah Saeed, the Commission for Legislation, General Administration and Human Rights of the National Assembly met on Monday, May 5th, 2025 to review draft law number 130, year 24, 90th legislature, relating to the organization and functioning of association in the Republic of Djibouti. The session was attended by members and non-members of the Commission whose active participation enriched the discussion on this significant legislative project. Mr. Saeed Nur Hassan, the Ministry of the Interior, accompanied by his team and the legal department of his ministry, presented the key elements of the draft law. The discussion allowed for the clarification of several important issues, particularly the need to ensure a stable legal environment for association, guaranteeing their freedom of action while preserving the legal security of their activities. This draft law is of paramount importance as it aims to regulate and strengthen the oversight of the association sector in our country. At the end of the discussion, the Commission concluded by forwarding the review text to the next public session, including proposed amendment for further consideration. On May 4th now, 2025, Colonel Wais Omar Boghare, commander of the Djiboutian Coast Guard, had the honor of welcoming an important Japanese delegation led by Her Excellency Mrs. Eri Arfia, Vice Parliamentary Minister for Foreign Affairs and a member of the Japanese House of Representatives. This meeting held aboard the newly commissioned 35 boats provided the Coast Guard Commander with the opportunity to present an overview of the institution's mission, operational capabilities, and strategic role in maritime security and safety at local, regional, and international levels. The presentation was followed by a fruitful discussion focused on maritime security and safety challenges in the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, the Gulf of Aden, and the Indian Ocean, as well as on strengthening bilateral cooperation to address threats to the maritime spaces. Her Excellency Mrs. Eri Arfi expresses deep gratitude for the warm welcome extended to her delegation and commended the Djiboutian Coast Guard for its steadfast commitment, emphasizing its crucial role in maintaining regional maritime security. And now the magazine of this edition, in the face of the climate emergency, Djibouti strengthened its commitment to resilience during the second International Climate Change Conference organized under the high patronage of the President of the Republic. A regional roadmap was launched. In the face of the devastating effect of climate change, Djibouti, a semi-arid country in the Horn of Africa, is not exempt from this reality. For several years, the country has placed climate resilience at the heart of its sustainable development strategy. The second International Conference on Climate Change, organized under the patronage of President Ismail Omar Guelleh, has reinforced this commitment. The Regional Observatory for Environment and Climate Research, OREC, now stands as a scientific and regional response to environmental challenges. The conference led to a series of practical recommendations, resulting from exchanges between researchers, policymakers, and technical partners. Beyond the discussions, this conference initiated a regional roadmap for climate resilience coordinated by Djibouti through OREC. This roadmap aims to unite regional efforts for concerted action against climate challenges. In the coming years, Djibouti will implement this recommendation through targeted action such as resilient infrastructure and early warning system. With the support of international partners, the country aims to become a model of resilience for the region. The second Conference on Climate Resilience has opened an ambitious path, making Africa a continent of climate innovation, inclusive governance, and community resilience. According to a study recently published in Bioscience, climate change has now become the primary threat to protected species, surpassing traditional causes of biodiversity loss for the first time. The researchers conducted a cross-analysis of multiple sources, endangered species registration records, assessment from the International Union for Conservation of Nature, and new data measuring species sensitivities to climate change effects. The study, which covers 2,766 threatened species across the United States and its territory, reveals that 91% of them are now impacted by climate change. The authors identify five main biodiversity, climate change, land and sea use changes, overexploitation of species, pollution, and invasive species. Furthermore, the study highlights that 86% of the analyzed species are exposed to multiple threats. The study's findings suggest that official risk assessment have likely underestimated the true scale of climate change impact on endangered species. And now in Djibouti, in Ali Sabih, since the government's decision a month ago to urge irregular immigrants to voluntarily leave the national territory within a period of 30 days. An irreversible process has been set in motion. The deadline of May 3, 2025, set by the Ministry of the Interior, marks a turning point in the implementation of its immigration policy. On the ground at the Galilee border, the authorities have been mobilized for several days to support a steady flow of voluntary departures. Calmly and with dignity, hundreds of people cross the border daily, accompanied by the border police, which has been deployed in large numbers since May 3. According to the prefecture of the region, these scenes reflect the success of the well-thought-out policy. The government has set up logistical and administrative support mechanisms to assist each individual in their departure. At Galilei, coordination among various services, police, immigration, customs, and military allows for smooth managing of the departures. The majority of the migrants involved have expressed their willingness to comply with the government's decision. According to the prefect of the region, Mr. Abdul Malik, these scenes demonstrate the success of a carefully planned policy, meticulously implemented with professionalism and precision. The tour process of return is being conducted with the utmost respect for the fundamental rights of the individuals concerned. The government has ensured that each step is taken with care, focusing on dignity and safety of those departing, and making sure that the operation remains human and orderly, in line with international standards on the treatment of migrants. The Djiboutian women's handball team flew to Uganda today to participate in the prestigious 2025 Intercontinental Tournament, which will bring together several national teams from across the continent. Led by Mr. Ahmed Mohamed Tahir, president of the Djibouti Handball Federation, the national delegation departed with a strong determination to proudly represent Djibouti in the African stage. Before their departure, the players and coaching staff received encouraging from the Omar Hassan Abdullahi, director of the regional department of the State Secretary for Sport, who visited the airport to wish them success and express the full support of the State Secretary of Sport, Mr. Hassan Mohamed Kamil. The IHF Trophy Tournament represents a great opportunity for Djiboutian young talents to compete against the best teams in the region and gain valuable experience at the highest level. And for the international news, an international humanitarian coordination team operating in the occupied Palestine territories has rejected Israel's plan to deliver humanitarian aid to Palestinians in Gaza Strip.
The international humanitarian team in the occupied Palestinian territories has strongly rejected Israel's proposed plan for delivering humanitarian aid to the people of Gaza, calling it incompatible with international humanitarian principle. According to the team, Israeli authorities are seeking to dismantle the current aid distribution system managed by the United Nations and its humanitarian partners, and replace it with a mechanism under Israeli military control. The statement stated that over the past 9 weeks, Israel has prevented all aid from entering Gaza, causing the closure of bakeries and community kitchen. The humanitarian organization is stuck and the spread of hunger, particularly among children. The team added that the new plan means that large areas of Gaza, including the most vulnerable population, will remain without aid. The plan is considered dangerous because it pushes civilians into military zone to receive their ration, endangering their lives as well as those of humanitarian workers while working forced displacement.
In Egypt now, classic cars carefully brought out from collectors' garage in Egypt were displayed at an exhibition featuring over 50 vehicles of various colors and styles.
Classic vehicle from collection garage in Egypt on display. A fleet of more than 50 cars in different colors and style was on display to celebrate the 101st anniversary of the founding of Egyptian Automobile and Touring Club. But not only that, the exhibition took place during Egypt's celebration of the liberation of Sinai. These vehicles are among the most sought after worldwide. Egypt is distinguished by its large stock of classic cars, some of which are rare in the world, explained Ali Aisha, president of the Automobile and Touring Club of Egypt. This classic from different manufacturers inspire administration and constitute heritage that the country proudly display to the world.
So this is it for this 9 p.m. English News Edition. Thank you for watching us and stay tuned for more on RTD.